Peace to the divine family. It is yours truly, the teacher, the author, the homie up the block, Crip Jesus. And just to let y'all know, in case you get a little worried, we are not here to glamorize the blue rag and talk about cripping. The crip is the crypt. A crypt is something that's dead, that's being waiting to be resurrected, sitting in like a tomb or a shrine. And the Jesus is the resurrector. All right. Hallelujah. So all my people that's stuck in the crypts, whether it just be street motherfuckers working a 9 to 5, hustlers, bangers, bloods, Crips, Zoes, Vice Lords, out of town, island niggas, Africa, we all waiting to ride. Than the blue God, the true God, to bring you the truth that they don't want you to talk about.
Oh my God, it's so cozy.
Now, you know, for 100 years, we've been talking about the black man, the attack on the black man, the horrors done to the black man this, the black man that, the black man, boom, boom, bam, 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 shambalamba. And that's why the Blue Bible had to be brought to bring you the whole truth. Now, we've sold a lot of copies of these, but I haven't seen a lot of people calling my phone or posting up the stuff about the females in here. You know why? Because I wonder how many of y'all have really started delving deep into it. Feel me? This ain't something you just flip through real quick. This is a real, you see it say Bible on the front. This is something you study here. Now you see right here, oh yeah, we added the index and the map, y'all. So for those that already got a copy, you might want to give that to one of your family members or something and start building the family up to build on this and get a new one. If you already got one, hit my line and I'll give you a new one for the low. But yeah, we got the map. Where did I get this map from? Was it a guy? No, I told y'all in that Last Queen of America. You better go watch that one, Last Queen of America. The truth is hidden in the bloodlines, and the bloodlines are protected by the matriarchs. I told y'all this already. But y'all thought I was lying. Y'all thought I was making stuff up. So one matriarch that's protecting the music vibrations, Erykah Badu. Let's let Erykah Badu play in the background as we take a look at this map right here. Now look at this, y'all. Hold on. This is not the whole earth. You gotta pay attention to what she put. She put Ouachita Royal map. So we got Greenland. We got North America, South America, Central America. We got Al-Aqsa, which I told y'all translates to Alaska, the farthest west. Now y'all can you see through the map why that's the farthest west? Okay, yes, the farthest west. Okay, we got Asia Minor, as y'all call it. We got Australia connected to India and all that, fitting right there between the Middle East, the Arabian Peninsula, India, and Africa. Australia connected in. But there's something missing from even this map. There's something missing from even this map. But it's not missing from this book. The mysteries keep going and going and going. Yes. The queendoms of the goddesses. Okay. But before we get there, I'll give y'all 30 seconds. The language we spoke. Y'all always talking about us being Moors and us ruling over the white man and all that stuff. The language we spoke when we were on the Iberian Peninsula, Spanish, or what ended up becoming Spanish. In that tongue, what did we call witches? See, I don't even like saying witches because witches is what they call it in the North. And they give it a bad connotation. They make it a motherfucker with an evil nose and a broomstick doing all this evil stuff. The root of the witch is the word wise, just like the root of the word wizard. Right? Wise, the wise man, the wise woman. What did we call her in Spanish? Y'all got 30 seconds. Wait. They called them brujas, which is very important because with the brujas, you learn about the way that they're dressed, what they eat, how they carry themselves, how they handle themselves. You feel what I'm saying? The brujas comes with the whole culture and tradition of the so-called witch. You feel what I'm saying? And the brujas were, yes, looking like our mama and our grandma. They were original women, y'all. Come on now. But the best thing about having this index in the book now is you don't just got to come to the video and believe me or try to figure it out. You can look it up, the information yourself. So in the section of B, Bruja says page 73. Let's go there. Okay, now, when the followers of Muhammad entered Africa, the Berbers were being ruled by a queen named Al-Kahina. The natives considered her a prophetess. The Romans considered her a witch. Even after adopting Christianity, the religion of Virgin Mary, the Roman Catholic Church chose to promote images of witches and Medusa, Mediosa, to challenge the symbol of the original woman. This level of propaganda is not found in Orthodox Catholicism. It is the product of centuries of inquisitions against the Moors of Europe and the Americas. Those include the Papal Inquisition, the Roman Inquisition, the Spanish Inquisition that was carried out in the Spanish kingdoms of America. The King of Spain ordered his military to never proceed against the Indians, but against the old Christians and their descendants. The goal of this campaign was erasing our mothers, our prophecies, and our healers, the Brujas. Woo, that's high level information. That's the Black Illuminati shit right there.
You know, when you're a black man in America, you gotta make something out of nothing, baby. You gotta wiggle, you gotta move, you gotta finesse, you gotta tap in. That part. Gold chains, heads wrapped like a Saudi, tap in with the lokes. We the Black Illuminati, we be posted at Leimert Park, hustling, catching bodies. A dripping OT, thirsty peaches flew to Saudi. Money schemes, my niggas had dreams of riding Bugattis. Now it's 4-finger rings supreme with kings around me. Watch me turn the metaphysical to physical. It's not just lyrical, it's literal. These guns get rid of you, the spiritual. Spit out, let drip off a nigga lip, but get up in you and rip you up like 100 hollow tips. Bismillah, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Elijah Muhammadeen. Had a dream last night on some other shit. Farrakhan and Malcolm X pulled up in the mothership, talking about UFOs, black kings and queens that was rich as fuck, swimming in pools of gold. But niggas like you don't wanna hear that though. You were descended of one of them snitches or dudes that told the white man about all the fucking Jews and gold. And that's how everybody in the crew got sold. Fucking blabbermouth, I don't like his type. Pull that ratchet out, we tapping in. All these bitch niggas doing is tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out. Gold chains, heads wrapped like a Saudi, tap in with the lokes. We the Black Illuminati.
No, you see that one? Yeah.
Oh, we back at it.
That's that one, yeah. Back at it. In the hood entertainment. You feel me?
Night, man.
That part.
You never know what's gonna bring.
Yeah, well, I ain't know if it's in the hood music, in the hood clothing. That's where they go. In the hood entertainment.
Everything.
It's just in the hood entertainment.
Everything.
Peace to the divine family. Yes, sir. So, as we see right here in the Black Illuminati, there are many mysteries revealed. You feel what I'm saying? That's page 73. That's dealing with the Brujas. You understand what I'm saying? Now, here's why the word Bruja is so important. You know, in the hood, we may call them like, you know, the homie's baby mama is on some witch stuff. You know what I mean? She got her head wrapped and she She messing with the crystal stones and rubbing the little crystal ball and all that. You feel what I'm saying? But what you'll see is when you use the word bruja instead of witch, you get exposed to seeing the women with the different colors, the different stones, the different head wraps coming straight from Africa to the Caribbeans. Now, when you see the bruja tradition, see, this is the difference. When you use the word witch, words, the etymology was the science that goes there. Why it's so important is it takes you back to different regions. So when I introduce you to the word bruja and tell you to go to reach the page 73 in the Blue Bible, you feel what I'm saying? We use the word bruja, we see that it breaks down how through these different inquisitions, we lost the culture of the brujas. That's how we lost our mothers, our healers, our prophecies. Now you see, even though they were promoting Virgin Miriam, they were promoting the image of Medusa as this evil symbol, as this ugly symbol. Now, if you break down the etymology of Medusa, that's in Spanish, mi diosa, my goddess. So this was a whole campaign to tear down the image of my goddess. You feel what I'm saying? And the reason why a lot of our people don't know this is because, let's just be real, a lot of black people, they claim not to be religious, but they some of the most religious motherfuckers on planet Earth. You can't barely talk to them. They don't agree with you before you even get to get a goddamn word out. They say, oh, what's this word? What's that word? While they're in the midst of their fight to go against religion, they become the most religious. So a lot of dudes have thrown out Medusa and Catholicism and all that, and they don't even study it to figure out what's being used in our brainwashing. Now, I don't know how you're going to heal the people if you don't know what's being used to make them sick in the first place. So to all my conscious community niggas, y'all can go over here you want to and overindulge in what you into, but you got to get a slice of all this pie if you're going to really come out here and teach the people that's eating this pie. You feel what I'm saying? So right here, we see Martin. Don't y'all love Martin and watching it with your kids? Martin! Oh, yeah. But did you know Martin is a perfect example of this attack on the black femininity that I'm talking about? You see a grown-ass man dressed as a woman 30, 40 years ago. He comes in as Shanae. Did y'all know that etymologically you're dealing with the Metu Nether when you say the Sha and the Na, Shanae? The same thing with Medusa, mi diosa, my goddess. So they took this. These is ancient sciences of our mothers and grandmothers that we know about. Well, I ain't gonna say we know about, because I brought somebody here today, y'all, that know way more about it than me and you put together. But we ain't about to touch on that yet. I'm saying these people that hold the secrets, as we like to call in my nation, the 10%, they know all about the divine feminine. And instead of just hiding it from you, they've been hiding it from us forever. To make sure it doesn't even come back, to make sure we don't even get an inkling of it, to make sure when people like this brother I'm about to show y'all do come and drop the truth on us, we say, man, get up out of here, what he talk about. We know how these black bitches act. Hey, y'all. They put this all out here as part of the scheme. So yeah, Martin, nah. He's part of the Shanae Medusa movement. Check this out. Here's another one y'all love. Forever Shanae. October 1st, 1992. Where is Shanae from? Shanae was born in Detroit and raised by her grandmother, Shirley Jenkins, while her mother, Shannon Lee Jenkins, was in jail. Her mother went to jail when Shanae was just 2 years old. Shanae's father is unknown. How many people we know fit this description now? But they wrote this in 1992. See, this goes into page 50 of the Blue Bible. When I say these goddamn Adamites wrote our story. They wrote our story for us, fed it to us, made us read it, nailed it into us. You this, you a slave, you this, you that, until you believed it and it goes into your DNA now. Now you giving birth to some slaves. Now you burn it. Now you believe in that shit all into your DNA, born it into your kids. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to come to, we all have our differences, but we have to find our common grounds here so we can collectively build this thing back up. Okay, because it's going too far now. Okay, now. Oh yeah, y'all thought, see, Medusa, we going back about 4,000 years. Well, let's be more realistic. Maybe with the Greeks and all that, more like 2,000 and a little plus. But the point is, Medusa, according to their little stories, Oh yeah, 2,000 years before Jesus. What? See, I gotta ask y'all. Y'all got 30 seconds before I bring this brother up here who's finna blow your mind away with the wisdom. What are they hiding? Come on, y'all. They're not hiding black. We know that they were hiding that. We already figured that out. What is before Christ that they are hiding? That's right here in the Blue Bible, chapter 9. Does anybody know? Has anybody really made it to chapter 9 of the Blue Bible and really broke that thing down? Because I done got a lot of phone calls, but I ain't really got too many phone calls about chapter 9 yet. Has anybody broke down chapter 9 of the Blue Bible? Because if you have, you would know that what they're hiding is the matriarchies. That's what they don't. I'm not going to beat you over the head with this. It's a lot of things they're hiding. But what they're hiding for sure, and what I think a lot of you brothers are aware that they're hiding, you sweeping under the rug from your own followers, is this attack on black femininity. You feel what I'm saying? Now, Wayne Wanda, Princess Wanda. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. What's up with this with Jamie Foxx? I mean, are y'all kidding me? Is this not an attack on the whole entire Medusa? That is the Medusa. Hey, I hate to do this, y'all, but I don't play. I don't let the perversion scare me away from the knowledge. They put the perversion there with the genderism and all that, but what's the first word of the transgender? Trans. It's a mental trance they got you stuck in. Every time they got you watching this, they're putting you in a trance to manipulate your mind to downplay and degrade the divine feminine. You feel what I'm saying? Because the divine feminine, Medusa, who they say used to turn to stone, is really Mi Diosa, my goddess. Not Medusa, Mi Diosa. So when you're delving in, brother, and you're getting to that divine within, that's even a science within alchemy. It's the genders. Now I don't want to talk about the genders. But how do you not? So I'll say it like this. I don't want to talk about it in the way that y'all used to talk about it. So I'll say it like this. They take that out the picture because they don't want neither side to master. Right? Because even the masculine that they got us into is not the divine masculine. So even the so-called feminine they got y'all twerking and doing, that's not the divine feminine. You feel what I'm saying? They want us all into this beastie way of thinking. Back to page 50 of the Blue Bible.
God is up there somewhere, keeping notes on all of us.
Now, I don't believe that there's somebody sitting in the sky with his feet propped up on top of the world called God. I believe that God is the presence of good that is within each individual person, whether he knows it or not. The presence of God, the presence of all good, the potential of good is within each individual and not in the sky somewhere. I usually say, when you find the heaven that is within you, then you will find yourself in heaven. Not until then, because heaven and hell are both states of mind. When a person is in a very doubtful and negative state of mind, he's always going to catch hell. But when the individual finds the heaven, the harmony, the God, the good, the love that is resident in his own being, then he begins to experience heaven. We are taught that either God or the devil are responsible for what happens to us. I teach that the individual is responsible for his condition. The responsibility for our lives does not lie with some deity in the sky, but it lies with the God power within each one of us.
He cooking. So look, y'all, I'm not even gonna play with y'all. You know what I mean? I brought somebody special, and before I bring them up here, I need to make sure y'all go thecripjesus.com, and get y'all blue Bibles, man. Let me put it down there on the ticker for y'all just in case y'all missed it. Right there. Bluebible.com. You know what it is. That part. And just in case you forgot, before we pop it off, let me remind you where y'all at. Black Illuminati.
You know, when you're a black man in America, you gotta make something out of nothing, baby. You gotta wiggle, you gotta move, you gotta finesse, you gotta tap in. That part. Gold chains, heads wrapped like a Saudi. Tap in with the lokes. We the Black Illuminati. We be posted at Leimert Park, hustling, catching bodies. A dripping OT. Thirsty peaches flew to Saudi. Money schemes, my niggas had dreams of riding Bugattis. Now it's 4-finger rings supreme with kings around me. Watch me turn the metaphysical to physical. It's not just lyrical, it's literal. These guns get rid of you, the spiritual. Spit out, let drip off a nigga lip, but get up in you and rip you up like 100 hollow tips. Bismillah, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Elijah Muhammadeen. Had a dream last night on some other shit. Farrakhan and Malcolm X pulled up in the mothership, talking about UFOs, black kings and queens that was rich as fuck, swimming in pools of gold. But niggas like you don't wanna hear that though. You were descended of one of them snitches or dudes that told the white man about all the fucking Jews and gold. And that's how everybody in the crew got sold. Fucking blabber mouth, I don't like his type. Pull that ratchet out, we tapping in. All these bitch niggas doing is tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out. Gold chains, heads wrapped like a Saudi. Tap in with the lokes. We the Black Illuminati.
So you see that one? Yeah.
Oh, we back at it.
That's that one, yeah. Back at it. In the hood entertainment. You feel me?
Night, man.
That part.
You never know what's gonna bring.
See, I ain't know if it's in the hood music, in the hood clothes. That's where they go. In the hood entertainment. It's in the hood entertainment.
Everything.
In the hood entertainment. Now, let me just cut to the chase, man. So I'm not going to do you like that. Even if you don't got the book yet, we're going to go to chapter 9. I'm going to read out of it to you. Now, I don't have enough time to explain everything. It gets deep. I'm about to bring my boy in. It's just, I don't know. He's getting ready right now. Now, look, we got Egypt's autonomy, ending with Cleopatra VII. I break all that down, her family, her bloodline, all that. We go into Queen Miriam. We breaks all that down. We gets into Empress Zenobia. We gets into Bilal Mama. We get into Jesus Mama. We gets into Al-Kahina, who many of y'all ain't even heard of. We go into Ruth. We get into more Marys. We get into Cleopatra Selene, is Cleopatra VII's daughter. I mean, we go into all the brujas that they call witches. I mean, we get to hopping, bro. We go in and then we end it with. Are y'all ready? You feel what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. Before I do this, before I drop this bomb on y'all, get a little more music. Hold on.
Yeah.
No breaks. Nigga. Crip Jesus. Amen. Yeah. I woke up in Mecca, looking at the sun, moon, and stars. White man flew to outer space, seeing faces carved in the planets like Mars. Script said they face and lips was like ours. Ours being black man, the black man is God. Arm, leg, arm, head, that spells a lie. Every time they see me, they make a wish I'm a star. No twinkle, just your cerebral. No cathedral, bring the truth, Beanie Siegel. Desert Eagle, under the dashiki. Pinky ring, blinging my money, singing high notes. Benjamin Franklin, what y'all thinking? We ain't gon' reign supreme. Real hip-hop, like when Wu-Tang made cream. The same year Bloods and Crips showed y'all how to bang. I'm banging on wax, I'm stating these facts. I'm taking you back to a age in rap when you couldn't even rap. If you niggas tried to rap about the shit you niggas rap about now. Cause now these niggas rap without style. All this motherfucking cap, bro, I'm taking it down. And they don't even want no fade, now you turn it down. I'm about to blow this bitch up, bro, I'm counting it down. So take 10 rappers, hit them with 9s with 8 shots each, and 7 of them laid 6 feet deep. Let's go. You got it for 5, I got it for 4, and I got 3 left. So if you cop 2, you can get 1 more. let's go. I'm so good with mathematics, got leave them asthmatic. Yeah, these niggas is ass backwards. Coward ass rappers, they should not try me. When I die, I wanna die like Muhammad Ali. Looking for me, I be with Mujahid Allah. That's his real name, it's on his ID. Yeah, that's the way it sound when we smoke a whole pound. And laugh at you fake rapping ass, capping ass, no bones, any bones inside the backpack ass rappers. Yeah, that's the way it sound when we smoke a whole pound. And laugh at you fake rapping ass, capping ass, no bones, any bones inside the backpack ass rappers. Yeah.
That's for all you haters talking about hip hop is dead, ain't no hip hop. That's why I hate even talking to people, bro. I did all this time in prison. I only been home a few years, and I can take you right around the corner where that's cracking off right now. So hip hop ain't dead, nigga. You dead. You exist in what the reality that you create. I can take you to a lot few places like that. Hip hop is around. You feel what I'm saying? So just like this is around. So for all the sisters out there and all the brothers out there talking about the black woman ain't shit and twerk, twerk, twerk and sexy red and all that, that's because you didn't know about this. All right. This is the last paragraph of chapter 9. Chapter 9 is chapter born. 9 is born. And when you break down the science of numbers, any number you add to 9 will reborn itself. Any number you multiply by 9, you can bring it back together to make 9. This is the divine feminine woman. 9 months to birth a child. 360, man, let me stop, man. 36 weeks, break it down. The point is, when you go to page 76 in the Blue Bible, it's a bloodline broken down here that I brought the master teacher here to fully break down. But let me give y'all my breakdown of it. This is the last paragraph, y'all. Page 76, last paragraph of chapter 9, the Blue Bible. The original woman was the first to be erased. The story of Moses is the story of the bloodline of Queen Amos, matriarch of Egypt's 18th dynasty. So even though they got him and all these different people and all these guys, that story is really about her bloodline. Her descendants, Nefertiti and Nefertari, were worshipped as goddesses. I want y'all to know, for all y'all super Egyptian turned up niggas, the word Nefer, just like Neter, means God. So they're calling her the god Titi. They're calling her the god Tari. Yeah. Why do you think we got so many homegirls? Tartar, Titi, Tartar, hey, Tay. Yeah. Oh, goddess worship shit. Where worship is goddesses. Their royal line was called Kandake. Now, excuse me, y'all. This is where my Gullah Geechee come in. I might be saying with a little Kanda, Kandiki. Something like that. I don't know. They was running shit though. Now in English, you would say Candace. This is important because this is where a lot of division comes in. You got some Muslims that gonna want to hear this. You got some brothers that may not want to hear this because they be like, well, I'm with the woman stuff and you talking about guys. No, this is where we can all come together. Candace is in the New Testament. So it don't matter if you like the Old Testament or the New Testament, whatever. She in the whole Bible. She's in the New Testament. Okay. And then her part, they link, that's the part that Haile Selassie and them use to link their bloodline to the Christians and all that. This is an important verse. Their royal line was the Candace in the south. They continued, so this was ancient when they were still Candace. They continued their matriarchy via Empress Makeda of Aksum. That's for all you Bible niggas that like, so Makeda of Aksum is dealing with Menelik in them. That goes all the way to Haile Selassie. Then you have the Empress Judith of Beta Israel. Those are the ones that they enslaved after. They were from the bloodline of the original Jews. They even had a matriarch. So how do we end up with all these kings and all these dicks and balls and swords all over the place? How did this happen? That's not the last paragraph for no reason. I'm not stupid. This wasn't no mistake. We finna break down now. Who is Candace?
Peace, brother.
Peace to the brother. You know, I was online And like you said, Divine, brother, you know, I was just thinking to myself, like, man, bro, I need to bring more of this chapter 9. I need to holler at the sisters, let them know, you know, I got some stuff in here for them. And then I came across you and I said, wait, hold up. Is this the chosen one? Do he got the whole lost files of the hidden bloodline? So before we even touch on any of that, we could not let you go that deep without letting the people know who you is, where they can find you. You know what I mean? What you got going on, all that, man. Let them know, you know, what's going down. Oh, wait. My bad.
Appreciate you. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear, bro. Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay. So shit, I'm Tracy Jeter. That's Jetter. It's pronounced Jeter. You can find me at Tracy Jeter at Instagram. I'm gonna make some more pages and platforms for y'all, some YouTubes. I'm new to this social media, you know, but I'm gonna build some platforms for y'all so we can get this information out there. You know what I'm saying? I really dig the page, brother. Like, this real dope what you got going on, trying to inform the sisters, the brothers, you know, our people. So yeah, I'm for that, and that's how we collab. That's how we merge. So yeah, let's do this.
Now, what struck me was, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really a street dude. So you know, I got some people judge me. You know what I mean? So I got my instructions, and I got what I come across. So I had came across One-Eyed Candace. Now, this is how I be knowing niggas is hiding shit and lying to us. I'm not the master studier or the master teacher type nigga. You feel me? So yeah. I know if I come across it, you can't tell me this dude has been flying around the world doing this for 20, 30 years ain't come across. So a lot of these things are swept under the rug.
I say the same.
You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? That's what we was talking about on the phone, right? Like, we know these dudes are hiding because they have a bigger agenda, right? Yeah,
exactly. And it's basically the bigger agenda is to keep this patriarch alive, you know, that we in, to keep man in rule. So yeah, it's plenty brothers, you know, Masons, 5%ers is what they like to call themselves. You know, that's good, and that's not trying to let people know as well, like what you saying. Cause I have spoke with some brothers that's like, yeah, we know about the woman. So, you know, I'm like, well, let's do something about it. Let's get this out there. So it's real refreshing that to come across you and you want to put this out there, because I get the energy that, you know, people just want to keep the construct. They don't want to cause no disorder. You know what I'm saying? But we need to shake things up a bit. We need to move things around. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, what we've been doing ain't working. So yeah, that's why we talking like we talk.
Now, well, let's work our way to that, because like I said, it's levels. So we're gonna get to that in a second. It get deeper and deeper. But as far as before we get Candace in the Bible, you got what they call the One-Eyed Candace. So One-Eyed Candace is, I believe you pronounce her name Ama Renes. Can you hear me? It says you got to connect your mic back. I can't hear you for some reason, but let me start reading this. Let me start reading this. Amanirina, right, was the queen of the kingdom of Kush, nigga, known for halting the Roman expansion into the kingdom of Kush in present-day Sudan. Now, here's the funny thing about it. If you look at it, it says 40 years before Christ to 10 years before Christ. This is the same time that Cleopatra was falling. So basically what happened was they got rid of Cleopatra and them, and it didn't end. They went south. Now, here's the big mystery that y'all probably didn't catch that's in the Blue Bible. I said the mystery on page 72. I put the mysteries of Egypt's original people do not end with Cleopatra and her son. The Emperor Augustus sent her daughter Cleopatra Selene to rule over the people of North Africa, Numidia, and West Africa, Mauritania. They were collectively known as Moors, right? So she ruled over the Moors of the West. Now, what was going on to the south? That's the last paragraph where it says the original woman was the first to be erased. The story of Moses is the story of the bloodline of Queen Amos, matriarch of Egypt's 18th dynasty. Her descendants, Nefertiti and Nefertari, were worshipped as goddesses. Their royal line was called Candace in the south. They continued their matriarchy. So they continued in the south. This is the story of how it continued in the south. Okay. Her full name was Amin Re-in-Sa. Ameneras, right? The indigenous language of the kingdom of Kush, Merodic. Hold on, Moor. This is the Moorish language is the native language of the original people of Egypt. Come on, man, it get deeper and deeper and deeper, bro. Come on, man. Biography: Queen Ameneras is one of the most famous Merodic queens because of her role in leading the Kushite army against the Romans in a war that lasted 3 years. 25 years before Christ, 22 years before Christ. This war is largely responsible for halting Rome's southward expansion in Africa. After an initial victory against Roman Egypt, Gaius Petronius drove the Kushite army from Egypt and established a new Roman frontier at Hir Sycamonis, Maharaka. Strabo's account of the Merodic War led against the Roman Empire includes a queen named Candace. This is her. You feel what I'm saying? We got the guy back. Hold on. Now, a Latinization of Kandak. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the Latinized, the Englishized, the Europeanized version is Candace. Her name appears on stelae alongside those of Teretekas and Akandid, whatever the hell. Hold on, let me keep going, y'all. You know, I'm a little country. But the precise relationship between these three is not entirely clear in the historical record. However, scholars generally consider Akandid to be her son and Teretekas to be her husband. Now, here goes the point. What y'all talk about, Nubia, Kush, all that, the Moorland, Meroe, ancient Egypt, all these different names y'all came up for the old mysterious kingdom of the melanated black people. Dun, 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 dun. It was a matriarch, not a patriarch. Why are names so important? Because let's stop the bullshit. You're gonna really go find every name? You're gonna really sit here and explain every name to me? Nobody even wants to hear all that. So you find these certain names that stand out, that actually did things. There's certain people that reach a certain level of intelligence that understand what to do and how to do it to leave their legacy behind for their family, not just themselves. And that's what the one-eyed Candace did. Because when I first heard her name, I didn't know nothing about her being in the war and actually losing the eye. I thought it meant on some Cyclops level, like the one eye, the third eye type shit. Now, can you enlighten us a little bit, brother? I don't even think I'm pronouncing her name right.
You don't think you're pronouncing her name right? You pronouncing her name
okay,
right. You talking about Queen Ameneras. A lot of us mispronounce her name because it's spelt with so many different syllables, the I's, the A's. You know, it's pretty long. It's about 9 letters when you spell it right. But Queen Ameneras, and Queen Ameneras, she warred relentlessly against Rome, against Caesar Augustus in particular, who we was all taught about in history to be great. All these guys that we were taught about in history to be great, the Caesar Augustuses, the Alexander the Greats, the Ptolemy Seraptuses, they warred with women. They warred against women. So when we talking Ptolemy Seraptus, Caesar Augustus, and we talk about the wars between Queen of Mineralus and Caesar Augustus, there was a peace treaty signed because there was so much war, and this peace treaty can actually be looked up. You can actually Google it. You actually read about it like freely. Like, this isn't hidden, you know. It's just that like what you just expounded on, we don't take the time to look into.
I gotta be a hater. I gotta be a hater and cut you off because I know a lot of my people, bro, you know that's why it's Crit Jesus. I'm dealing with niggas from the bottom. A lot of my niggas don't even know about this, so we gotta back up. Before the peace treaty, we gotta let them know about the war. We gotta let them, bro. Look at that right there.
Okay.
My niggas want to know. Hold on. My niggas dealing with their baby mamas and shit. They don't got no belief in the black woman. You telling me there was a goddess out here, worship out here, warm with one eye? That's a picture with a patch, bro.
And she was at the front of the lines. She wasn't at the back on the horse, you know, watching the soldiers. This is how she lost her one eye. It's because she was at the front lines. And she wore it for years and years and years and years. And it's very important to know that her army was just a third size of Rome's army. But yeah, Rome could not defeat her army because of her tactical moves, because of her tactical defenses. You see what I'm saying? So not only was she a warrior goddess, but that's what made her a warrior goddess. She was very intellectual, and they feared her. They feared her. This even where cross-dressing and whatnot come in at, because these men idolized these women. These men, this is why they wore wigs and skirts. Because these men, they wanted to be like Mike. That was the original Mike. Her. She's MJ. She's the 2-3. And that even ties back into the goddess.
Oh my God.
But to stay on topic, like what you're saying, yes, it's very important that we know that matriarchs warred against patriarchs, so we didn't have to live in these conditions that we now live in now in this patriarch that we live in, with paying bills, rent, mortgage. Women didn't stand for that. Women wasn't gonna let the man tax and let the man charge basically to live. It's inhumane that it takes money to drink water, eat food, and lay our heads. That's inhumane, and that's what the woman stood for. All those are innate. So this is what brought about the wars between Rome.
You gotta slow down, because you just made me realize something. So they're the original lords of the land, because they're the mother, the earth goddesses and all that, right? The mother earth and all that. So when we had it in this right form, even when you look at the 5% knowledge, when they call the woman the earth, you may argue over the title about the gods of the earth, but now I'm seeing through what you're saying. Originally, they had dominion of the earth. That was their area they dealt with. So when we want to start taxing people for land and saying this is my land and all that, we first have to fight the women.
There's monuments and statuettes of women found all over before man was ever even writing history. There's so many statuettes and figurines, and my page shows this, and this is prehistory. This is why it's called prehistory. You see what I'm saying? So that's very important to know that women had history before men, and a vast history.
Okay, so just to back up what you said, right? Because I know, like I said, bro, you know, we some heavy builders, so sometimes we zoom through shit that nigga may be like, wait, stop, nigga, I need an hour just on that, right? You know what I'm saying? So hold on, you were talking about her warring against patriarchy. Now a lot of people just hear patriarchy, another big word. I want to really drill this into their head, so I want to show y'all something that I even had to stop and relook at. I'm so even caught up in the black-white thing sometimes. When I first heard about the Moreau head and saw a picture of a big old giant head of a white guy, I could really care less. Not knowing that this is part of the legendary story of her that you was talking about, how she fought against these patriarchs and smashed them. So the Moreau head is,
I believe that's I believe that's by design, that we all get caught up in the black white. This is really about, this life that we live in is really about matriarch versus patriarch. And this, what you found and what you have in your blue Bible, this is the stem of it.
Yeah.
Cush, Moreau, even before Moreau and Cush, we go back to Naquita.
We go back to Taseti, knock without 1, 2, and 3. Then Taseti. These was the first lands given to man from the woman, because man had to go through the woman. You had to go through the queen to be king, or to be to be anything, to be king, successor of anything. You had to go through the woman, and men started to despise that. Men started to challenge that, so they started to go against the throne. Man didn't want to ask the woman no more. So around these times of these wars that me and you talking about, these gender wars, this is what brought about these gender wars. Is that man wanted more dominion and control of the earth. So what man did was pledge war against the woman, and man always lost. That's very important to know. So when man lost, man came this way and built these 6 continents that we are on in this Western hemisphere, built these 6 continents and developed a new world order of men ruling. So that's what we are, in a new world order of men ruling. That's why the calendar is only 2,000 years, because we just in 2,000 years of men ruling. We know that the earth is more than 2,000 years.
Okay,
we know that for a fact. We know that it's billions of years, but it's just 2,000 years of men ruling. So it's very important to know, if these women never lost at war, then where are these women now? So when you dig into like what you talking about, the geographic locations, Africa and Antarctica was connected. So that's very important to know. And Africa and Antarctica was connected when these wars with Queen Amynarus and Caesar Augustus was taking place. And when the peace treaty was signed, women went beyond Antarctica, because Antarctica and Africa was one Pangea. They went beyond the magnetism and beyond Antarctica, and man came this way and built his new world order of men ruling. So we are on the side of the losers. We are on the side of the oppressors. This is everything women fought against. Us paying rent, us paying bills, us paying for water, us paying for food, us paying to lay our heads. This is everything women fought against. So this divine feminine energy that's awakening people right now, this our DNA being activated right now, this is the cause and effect of that. We are now realizing we ain't supposed to be in a patriarch where men is ruling over us with money and religion. That's everything women fought for. And those women never lost when they fought. These men just came this way and built this.
All right, look. So let's keep it, because that's a lot for people. So, like you said, the 2,000 years. If you see in the Blue Bible, this is why it's at chapter 9. 9 is where something is born at. The new era is not born until Cleopatra. See right here, the first page 69. Everything switched to 6 and the 9, right? Egypt's autonomy ended with Cleopatra VII, the final native ruler. Her first child, Caesar, was the son of Rome's god, Julius Caesar, and the stepson of Rome's leader. During the donation of Alexander, he took out of power. They killed all the boys. But then, after Rome took over, no, hold on. Okay, here we go. The mysteries of Egypt's original people do not end with Cleopatra and her son. The Emperor Augustus sent her daughter Cleopatra Selene to rule over the people of North Africa, Numidia, and West Africa, Mauritania. They were collectively known as Moors. So even in the West, right? Like how you saying, even in the West, it's still a matriarchy. They're hiding that. That's where you get the story of Queen Califia. That's where Empress Verdiachi comes in, that just passed away in 2014. I talk about all
so forth.
Yeah. So
it's hidden.
That's why in this map, I say that
she's the hidden one.
She revealed all of that, right? But it's still a piece missing that you're talking about. The South. And see, what I point here is that the whole point of I ain't gonna get to it that fast, but the whole point of chapter 9 is to show them that it's been 2,000 years since they cut off the matriarchy, right? So now, even when they give you the story of the black or the white, it's still cut off. You're not gonna get nothing in the matriarchy. But hold on. But for people that, we got a lot of people that just get initiated. Let's get this in their head real quick. They can understand this split in the time between the matriarch in the South and the Afrocentric and all that. Yeah. And then you have the Eurocentric, the patriarch, the North. This head represents that, right?
Right.
So look, the mural head, Now, for all you super turned up Moorish niggas, you notice the word is Miro. So this is all that, bro. Tom Murray, you're not escaping the matriarch. It's there. Now look, the Miro head, the head of Augustus, preserved by Amerinus.
She cut his head off.
Yeah, referred to as the Miro head, was discovered by British archaeologist John Garstang in 1910. The glass, metal, and crystal eyes of the statue, which are frequently lost in similar pieces, remained intact due to its burial. The portrait is done in the Greek style, evoking youth and power. The head itself is made of bronze, larger than life, and similar in style to Augustus Prima Porta. The eyes are made of calcite, metal rings, and glass. The head was buried beneath the steps of a Meroitic temple dedicated to victory, likely in an attempt to subjugate Augustus in the mind of the Kushite people and establish Rome as a defeated power. Frescoes within the temple itself possibly depict Roman prisoners of war standing before a ruling Kushite, possibly Achaemenid. The excavation of Miro, Nubia, this is the real Nubia, y'all, was funded by the Sudan Excavation Committee. After the Miro head's discovery, it was gifted to the British Museum, where it still resides today. So this is what I noticed in that other picture, right? It showed like Roman warriors on one side, and it showed like the Nubian warriors on one side holding the big old head. So I said, oh, that's what that head means. You feel me? Yeah. Well, it's just so much knowledge, wisdom, understanding we missed out on just straight up being sexist, bro. I talk about this in my video, The Last Queen of America. You know?
That's real dope. I'm gonna tap in, and you gotta send me one of them copies, bro. I want one of them. You know what I'm saying? I want one of them. A constellation. I want one of them blue Bibles.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now look, check this out. Let's go even deeper. This is where I need you at.
Okay.
This is where we gotta go a little slow, because you a master at this, but a lot of us aren't. A lot of us have never even heard this before. So when you're dealing with Jesus, and he talks about his mom, and he talks about his grandmother at one part, he says, the Queen of the South will come and deal with you. Remember, he says that, right? He says the Queen of the South. Now, what's this South they're talking about? What's this divine South? A lot of niggas try to make it south of Egypt. South means Africa. Bro, there's a part of Africa that's considered the North. There's a major South here. And before you put that out there, let me read some of this. And then you hop in. So we're dealing with the Candace bloodline. We already established that. How you say it? Kandaki? Kandak?
Yeah, you said it the best way it could be pronounced, almost.
So you have that. So we already established that with y'all. That Candace in the Bible is really her. And she's not one person. She's a bloodline. But the most famous one would be the one-eyed Candace, Amerinus. Now, with all that being said, let's establish that's history. And remember, history is his story.
His story.
The mystery is my story. Hold up. Yes, sir. Okay.
Mystery is the ma.
Kadaki was the Meroitic term for this. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah. For the sister of the king of Kush, who, due to the matrilineal succession, would bear the next heir, making her a queen mother. She had her own court, probably acted as a landholder, and held a prominent secular role as regent. Contemporary Greek and Roman sources treated it incorrectly as a name. The name Candace is derived from the way the word is used in the New Testament. A Kandake who ruled in her own right bore in addition the title Hori, the same title carried by male rulers. This is a position. This is like saying empress. The Kandakes of Meroe were first described through the Greek geographer's Strabo account of the one-eyed Candace in 23 years before the Christian era in his Encyclopedia Geographica. There are at least 10 regnant Meroitic queens during the 500 years between 260 BCE and 320 CE, and at least 6 during the 140 periods between 60 BC and 80 AD. So we see this line going and going and going and going, y'all, but I want to show y'all something. Okay. Now, 21 queens are recorded as sole regent in the kingdom of Ethiopia until the 9th century CE. Y'all got that? 9th century CE. This is the 800s or the 900s after the time of Jesus' time or whatever. Right? This is Islam and all that had already started. They over here, still going. The conquest of Meroe by the Aksumite King Ezana. So King Ezana converted to Christianity way about 600 years before this. Trying to convert them all to Christianity. So this is when all these patriarchy religious groups come to establish patriarchy against their matriarchy. May well provide the historical fiction for the Ethiopian dynastic claim to the Nubian Kandakes and their kings, as it was from this point onwards that the Aksumites began calling themselves Ethiopians, a Greco-Roman term previously used largely for the ancient Nubians. For example, Makeda, Queen of Sheba in the Kebra Nagas, is also recognized as Candace or Queen Mother. So this is where it got mixed up. Once King Ezana converted to Christianity, they tried to mix all the patriarchal Christianity stuff and the Greco-Roman northern Christianity stuff with their southern matriarchal Nubian astrological, deeper, using crystals in the earth and astrology with their little superstition. They tried to mix it to introduce it to them. Didn't work. So here's the question that we got to ask. What happened after? Why do all their lists of them end in the 400s or the 600s or the 700s? And this is why I had to bring the brother here, because he got the part that y'all probably don't want to hear so much, but it kept going south. It kept going south. Even in my book, at the end of chapter 9, it says the south. It just points you south. But go and give them that big mystery, man. How far south do they gotta go?
Beyond Antarctica. Antarctica is south. Antarctica and Africa was one Pangea when these wars that we talking about was taking place. It was one Pangea. So when these wars took place, the peace treaty that we was speaking on in 21 BC, you could look this up, peace treaty between Queen Amenarus and Caesar Augustus. After the peace treaty, women went south beyond Antarctica. This is what symbolism and literary shows. And the patriarchal men came west and built these six continents of men ruling, so to say. That's why all of these states and cities that's in America was founded in 1600, 1500, this 100, just as of recently, so to say, because all of this is new, so to say. That's why we are in a new world order of men ruling. So when we talking south, we talking south is Antarctica. Antarctica and Africa is right next door to each other still to this day. So you ask yourself, how do you have the hottest place on earth next door to the coldest place, what's deemed to be the coldest place on earth? That's because Antarctica is not all ice. Antarctica serves as a separation barrier between these men and these women that we talking about. It's not all ice at all. And you have to use magnetism to ascend above and beyond that. But that's another conversation. So that's where women went. Women went south beyond Antarctica. Those women never lost that war. And they had to go somewhere, right? You know, if they never lost that war, and here it is, Antarctica and Africa is connected. So south is true north. South is out. This is why the word out is in south. That's the way out. So there you go. Let's mute or something. I'll put this on the charger or something.
Oh, damn, my mic was muted all this time. I was over here going big. Hold on.
Yeah, your mic was muted, bro. I couldn't tell. You couldn't hear me.
Okay, so look, I said you got all these super study here, history buffs, and how many people is bringing up this treaty here? You feel me? This is a real thing. This is a treaty that they signed. Emperor Caesar Augustus. Yes, Caesar Augustus, y'all.
This need to go viral. This need to be so highlighted. It's so dope that you highlighting this, bro. Salutes. This is the universe working together. This is the DNA activation that everybody is talking about right now. This conscious shift. This is happening for real right now. This needs so much attention. This peace treaty, because these same men, Caesar Augustus, that signed this peace treaty, these are the same men that gave us our concepts of heaven. And these, what they taught us to be heaven, is the matriarch, is beyond Antarctica, is the women beyond Antarctica. And they had to tell us the truth, and they put it in symbolism. It's even in the literary, when you decode and decipher and discern. You know, you got to know how to read read in a deciphering mindset, you know, because the etymology of words don't mean what we think them to mean. You see what I'm saying? So it's very, this needs to be highlighted. That's so, man. Much blessings to you, sir.
Look, Emperor Caesar Augustus. Now, here's the funny thing. Cleopatra VII had all the bloodlines on lock. She had a couple baby daddies. So she said, whatever game y'all playing with this Roman stuff, I got Caesar Augustus bloodline, my first son. I got a little bit of Mark Antony bloodline and my other kids. We got this bloodline I already got from my grandmama and my daddy. She had the patriarchal and the matriarchal bloodlines. She was the trump card. So you know what Caesar Augustus did? He just killed her and lied and said, oh, she committed suicide, whatever, her and Mark Antony. They killed their whole family.
Right.
But
to get rid of that matriarch.
I would tell people, he sent her daughter, this is in the Blue Bible, page 73. He sends her daughter to the west to rule over them. So they've been hiding the matriarchy over here all these years. The Gullah Geechees, the tribe I founded I am, we have a queen. You feel what I'm saying? We just got recognized in 99. So they've been hiding that over here. The empress that told us all about the Washita. She's a woman. She got all that stuff from her grandmother. So they've been hiding the matriarch over here. But to be real with you, they sent them west. You feel what I'm saying? Now the South, they actually went there on their own. That goes to the treaty you talk about. And this is why they don't want to talk about that much. Because the truth is, she whooped his ass and ran him out of there. That's what this treaty proves. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Emperor Caesar Augustus agreed to take his army out of Egypt, give the Nubians back their land, and to cancel all taxes. The Nubian kingdom survived for another 400 years in its history. The legacy of Queen Amanirenas is assured.
Right.
Okay, that's cool. But here's the thing. We know from the King Ezana story, this is where I come in. This is where Crib G's come in. I talk about King Ezana and all that in the Blue Bible. So he's the one that joined with the Coptics, with the whole Jesus thing and the patriarchy and all that. That's in the 300s. That's the same time they're saying that, oh, they lasted till then. They didn't stop then. It became a new conflict between him becoming this patriarchal Christian leader that wants to impose this new way of life on them. They're saying no. So this is another mystery that's in the Blue Bible that's right there, is that I say, after explaining them, I say their royal line was called Candace in the South. They continue. So no matter what this Google or this shit tells you, to make you just think, oh, it just ends and disappears. They continued their matriarchy via Empress Makeda of Aksum. So even the Aksumites, when they talk about Menelik and Haile Selassie and them, that's even fake because they originally were a queendom. I'm not saying it's fake, like their bloodline's not real. I'm saying how they switched it to a patriarchy.
Right. I understand.
So there was originally Empress Makeda of Aksum. Then you had Empress Judith of Beta Israel. The ones that were talking about they were Jew, they still had an empress. So even when they tried to convert, what I'm trying to show people is, even when they converted over to Judaism and Christianity and all those different things, they were still holding the matriarchy. It wasn't until way later, when they came with the Christian and the Islam and all that, that they took the women out of power.
Right.
So you got to ask yourself, where did all those women rulers, all them traditions, all that go? And that's where you bring the full mystery. You feel me?
Right.
Now, this is what I want to type in and see, which I'm pretty sure they not. Let's see if they got anything. Let's see if we can get to the Black Illuminati about this South they talk about.
You know, when you're a black man in America, you gotta make something out of nothing, baby. You gotta wiggle, you gotta move, you gotta finesse, you gotta tap in. That part. Gold chains, heads wrapped like a Saudi. Tap in with the lokes. We the black Illuminati. We be posted at Leimert Park, hustling, catching bodies. A dripping OT. Thirsty peaches flew to Saudi. Money schemes, my niggas had dreams of riding Bugattis. Now it's 4-finger rings supreme with kings around me. Watch me turn the metaphysical to physical. It's not just lyrical, it's literal. These guns get rid of you, this spiritual. Spit out, let drip off a nigga lip, but get up in you and rip you up like 100 hollow tips. Bismillah, Iraq, Rahim. Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Elijah Muhammadeen. Had a dream last night on some other shit. Farrakhan and Malcolm X pulled up in the mothership. Talking about UFOs, black kings and queens that was rich as fuck, swimming in pools of gold. But niggas like you don't wanna hear that though. You were descended of one of them snitches or dudes that told the white man about all the fucking Jews and gold. And that's how everybody in the crew got sold. Fucking blabber mouth, I don't like his type. Pull that ratchet out, we tapping in. All these bitch niggas doing is tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out. Gold chains, heads wrapped like a Saudi. Tap in with the lokes, we the black Illuminati.
So you see that one? Yeah.
Oh, we back at it.
That's that one, yeah. Back at it, in the hood entertainment, you feel me?
Night, man.
That part.
You never know what's gonna bring.
See, I ain't know if it's in the hood music, in the hood clothes, that's where they go, in the hood entertainment. It's in the hood entertainment.
It's everything.
Now I wanted to show y'all these ancient structures. And I want y'all to know that just because it's not right in your face doesn't mean it's not right in your face. I keep pointing south. I keep pointing to the structures. And I keep pointing y'all to these kingdoms that built under the earth. So there are routes deep south and deep to the east throughout Asia and Africa that lead to Antarctica.
It is. That's so true. There's so many people that know that. It's bridges. That's Australia and New Zealand that leads to Antarctica. There's so many outlets and gateways to Antarctica, and yeah, we so ignorant to it. We so study going in like a 30-mile radius every day to work to home, work to home, work to home. We don't quest, we don't explore.
100%. So I think right here we've already blew it off. And got them like, hold up, man. Australia. So let them know they can find you and shit. We're going to have to come back and do some more. I think we introduced this topic real good.
Yeah, I think so too. Y'all can find me at Tracy Jeter, that's Getter at Instagram, and build some other platforms for y'all. We on the rise.
Yes, sir. Y'all probably see him up here again because we ain't done revealing more and more mystery in the Blue Bible. Y'all notice I always bring people up here, y'all, that's dealing directly with it. It's not like nobody really read the book and then they tell let's talk about that now. This is to prove to y'all what I'm talking about. This is real. Tap in, dive in, and let them know one more time, bro.
Yeah, that's real. That's definitely real what you spend. Much gratitude for having me on your platform, bro. I appreciate you. That's much love.
Yes, sir. Thank you for what you do, bro. Because like I said, a woman that got me to your page months ago, like, hold on, I ain't heard this part of the story. That's when I had to tell her.
Yeah.
Amen.
Oh my God, it's so cozy.